Welcome back to another terrifying true story. It was a cold November night in rural Pennsylvania. At exactly 1:43 a.m., a 911 dispatcher named Sarah received a call. The line was filled with static. At first, she thought it was another accidental dial. Then she heard a child crying. "Hello?" Sarah said. A frightened boy answered. "Please help us." Sarah immediately sat upright. "What's your name?" "Tommy." "Where are you?" The boy hesitated, then replied, "We're on the bus." Sarah asked what bus he meant. The answer sent a chill through her. "School bus 27. The name sounded familiar. Very familiar. Sarah quickly searched old local records. Her blood ran cold. 15 years earlier, school bus 27 had vanished during a snowstorm. The bus had been carrying 12 children and a driver home from a basketball game. None of them were ever found. No wreckage, no bodies, no clues. The disappearance became one of Pennsylvania's most famous unsolved mysteries. Sarah assumed it had to be a prank. Yet the boy knew details that had never been released publicly. The driver's name, the route number, the names of several missing children. Everything matched. "Tommy," Sarah asked carefully, "what year is it?" There was silence. Then, 2009. Sarah's heart began pounding. Outside her dispatch center, it was 2024. The boy sounded genuinely confused when she told him. Suddenly, other voices filled the line. Children talking, whispering, crying. A girl's voice spoke next. "Something is outside." The dispatcher tried to trace the call. No location appeared, only static. Then the bus driver came onto the line. His voice sounded weak, exhausted. "We've been driving for hours." Sarah asked where they were. The driver answered, "The road won't end." At that exact moment, every computer monitor in the dispatch center flickered. Several briefly displayed a snowy highway, then returned to normal. Nobody could explain it. The call continued. The children sounded terrified now. Several claimed they could see people standing along the roadside, tall figures, motionless, watching the bus pass. The figures never moved, never blinked, just watched. The driver suddenly shouted, "They're getting closer!" Children screamed, the line filled with panic. Then everything went silent. For nearly 30 seconds, Sarah heard nothing except the hum of the connection. Then Tommy whispered, "I think they got off the road." What got off the road? His answer would haunt her forever. The people. Sarah heard footsteps, heavy footsteps, walking outside the bus, slowly circling it. 1, 2, 3. Then a loud knock echoed through the phone. Bang! The children screamed. Another knock, closer, louder, bang! The driver shouted for everyone to stay away from the windows. Then came the third knock, so powerful it distorted the call. Bang! The line went dead. The room fell silent. Every dispatcher stared at Sarah. Nobody spoke. Nobody knew what to say. The call log remained on her screen. Duration, 17 minutes. Origin, unknown. Over the next several weeks, investigators examined the recording. Audio experts confirmed the voices were real. Nothing appeared edited. Nothing appeared fake. Then an analyst discovered something disturbing. Very faintly beneath the children's voices was another sound, a radio broadcast. After enhancing the audio, they identified it. It was a weather report. A weather report from the exact night Bus 27 disappeared in 2009. Months later, search teams revisited areas connected to the original case. Nothing was found. The mystery remained unsolved. Then, nearly a year after the call, a highway maintenance worker discovered something strange. Deep in a remote forest, miles from any road. He found an old stop sign. Nearby lay a rusted school bus door. The number painted on it was barely visible, but investigators could still read it. 27. The discovery made national news, yet the rest of the bus was never found. Neither were the passengers. To this day, the case remains unsolved. But truck drivers traveling lonely highways during snowstorms still share an unsettling story. Occasionally, late at night, they see an old yellow school bus driving through the snow, its windows glowing, its passengers staring out into the darkness. And if they pass close enough, they sometimes hear a child's voice coming through their radio. A voice asking the same question over and over. Can you tell us what year it is?